So this is a little bit different to the videos I'd normally put out there. But I think the subject matter is really important, and the fact that we have the chance to potentially do some good, I thought it was just worth talking about it for a few minutes. So anyone that fishes in the Spalding area or knows that area will know that the Venat drain and the counter drains have had a fishing ban on them for years. And there's a petition going around at the minute to try to get that fishing ban lifted. Now, as anglers, we all know the problems with angling pressure and things like that. Now, it's just as one reason why I think we should sign this petition, even if it's in an area that you have no intention of fishing. Um, Angling, I'm seeing it more and more with my own fishing now. There's more and more areas that have either been hit with pollution and fish kills, which some of the venues that I would spend most of my winter on, I've not even cast a line in them because I just don't see there's any point. When you saw the amount of fish that died in these particular venues, it just gives you no confidence to go back to them. But on top of that, talking about my local area, we've now got local angling clubs and local authorities banning fishing on areas that were once very or still very prolific. We now, in my area, we're not allowed to fish anywhere with an elevated bank off any walls or anything like that, because some anglers don't have the landing net handles long enough to reach the water to net the fish properly. So to solve that, they've just put a ban on everyone. That's a genuine reason. I know it's stupid, but it is what it is. And then we've got other areas that was getting hit by poaching, which have also been banned. I mean, the logic in that is mind-boggling, really, when you think about it. It's like owning a shop that keeps getting hit by shoplifters, and to cure the problem, you shut the shop. You don't solve the problem, you just move the problem somewhere else. And it's worth mentioning about angling pressure as well. If you've got an area, and the Fens are a great example of this, where we've had fish kill after fish kill, and we've got other venues and other spots that have got a fishing ban on them, what you're creating then is massive amount of angling pressure on the same venues, because people are not going to want to fish a venue that have had 75% of the fish stocks die. They can't fish the areas where there's a fishing ban on them. So you all end up on the same venues, which creates a huge amount of pressure on those venues. So by lifting the fishing bans, you are just releasing that angling pressure. You've got the same amount of anglers, but they're spread over a much greater area. So for that reason alone, I think it's worth signing the petition to get the Venat drain and the counter drains open again to fishing. And other problems as well with having a fishing ban on certain areas creates is one of the areas around me that ban fishing it. And there's dens there now with otters in, and some of the biggest perch in the east of England are now currently just getting decimated by these otters. It's for a perch angler, it's absolutely it's disgusting to see, especially when you'll see carcasses of these perch that have just been, the gill plates and that have been eaten, and you've got these fish that you would love to catch just laid there. And by opening fishing up on there, is going to stop the otters? No, but at least having a bit more traffic on the bank may just unsettle them a little bit and move them on, because they wasn't there before the fishing ban. Now they are, and they've got their own little areas now where it's just a complete free for all. And to see the devastation of what is happening down there on the fish that I love to catch, it is a bit of a bitter pill to swallow. For the reason is we want to stop poaching. Well done, you've stopped the poaching, but you've now created a much, much bigger problem. And again, we know as anglers what the rivers should be like. We know when there's something wrong with it. We are often the first line of defence with pollution and things like that. We report environmental issues to the Environment Agency and things like that. And by having an entire venue like the Venat drain, with the only people really on the banks are dog walkers, they might not know when there's something wrong. Well, we do as anglers, because we know what these venues should be like. We know what they should look like. And when they do put just a blanket ban on areas like that, you are asking for trouble. So I will just really urge anybody that sees this video. I'm going to put the link for the petition in the description. So if you can click on it and sign it, I know everybody in that Spalding area would really appreciate it. And like I say, anything that like this that does come up where we have the opportunity to open up more areas to anglers, I just think it's a really good thing. I'm sure there's some counter arguments to what I've said, but I think on a whole, I think it is something that we really should get behind. Cheers.